How's it going? So this is a free code camp thingy, right? This one here. Build a Markdown preview, front-end libraries. So this one here. It's actually the easiest of all. Like, it's so easy, it's ridiculous. I'll show you. So the first thing we need to do is we need to call this thing the, what are they called? The head, right? We need to put scripts inside of this thing. So first script is going to be, first script is this thing here for testing purposes, right? Script source equals this. Remember to close it. Yeah. Second script we need marked, right? I mean, is there a difference? No, I'll take this one here. Doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, so now we have scripts imported. So the second thing we do, that's the most important thing. Once you see this working, you'll be like, oh my god, it is so easy. So the first thing is we put a div id equals editor. Okay. Editor. Oh no, it must not be a div, it has to be a text area, right? Text area. Text areas are generally a good idea to close them. We need to give it an ID. Oh, we already have an ID. Okay, cool. The next thing we do, I normally do a horizontal line to separate them visually. Let's also do, you know what we're gonna do? Let's add to everything. So when you put this thing, like this little star, this adds to everything in the HTML. So let's do font size, 1.5 element, right? Let's move everything to center, text align center, and then let's do margin, 20 pixels, so they're kind of spaced name, right? So we go with preview name, inner HTML, right? So inner HTML targets whatever is in here. So right now there is test, but whenever we input something into here, it will run the function, which is this function here, and this function is going to put everything that's in here into here. Okay, so now we need to target editor name, this one here, which is in turn targets this here, and text area we have to put in value. Okay, dot value. So whatever is in text area, it's called value. All right, so now you'll see, like, when I'm typing, it just copies. All right, and that's pretty much it, right? So you're pretty much kind of I'd say halfway there at least. Yeah. Now we need to do the marked. So we need to first test if we have the access to the marked thing. So marked, test, boom. Okay, so this tells us we have imported the script successfully because we can access it through here. You see, we can see it. So now we need to render the output through marked. The way we do that is very simple. We call marked in here, put brackets into this thing here. All right. So now this will run the marked code. All right. Now the second thing is kind of tricky because you need this. You will need this code here. You see all those different kind of different variants that they want us to put into marked, so it will be displayed. All right, so you can get this in, where can you get this? You can get it in the free code camp thing. I'll put it into the description as well, but like you can get it in here if you want. Okay, you see all this code in here. You can just go change editor view. It should be in here. I think it's at the bottom somewhere. Yeah, you see this placeholder tag. Just copy this thing. But I already done that, so you don't need to do that. All right, so now we need to create a function on load. So when it loads, it will have the placeholder thingy or whatever it's called, this text in here, and then also rendered in here. All right. So let's do window.onload. This allows us to run a function on load, and we call the function onloading. Again, when you run window onload, you do not need to put those things in here to run a function. Also note that you can run a function before you actually created it. That's one trick I learned in JavaScript. So you see the way, like, we are calling a function first and then we're creating it second. It actually works. If you find yourself that it's not working, it probably means that you are declaring a function as a variable. So if you do it this way, function, it will not work because you have a function as a variable. But if you just run it as a function, it will work. Function on loading. Let's do this. All right. Now we need to copy and paste this gigantic code from the. I already have it in here, so I'll just copy and paste it in here. Okay, so this is gigantic code. So what that means is when window loads, so when the window loads browser, it will run this function in here one time. So let's put the thing in here. Okay, so now we need to target editor. So we type editor I think we wrote editor name, right? As a variable. Where is it? Editor name, yeah. Okay. So editor name. Dot value is going to be equal to this here, default text. Now, why it's not inner HTML but value? That's because this is a text area, and text area has value inside of it, not inner HTML. All right. So, and in the second part, we want to target the second thing, which is preview.name, which in turn targets this thing here. Inner HTML will be equal to, now if we put just default text, I don't think it's going to work because, well, it will display, but I mean, it's not going to be displayed correctly because it will fail the test, I think, right? Yeah. Because it has to be rendered through marked. So again, the way to render through marked is very simple. You see marked, you write marked, brackets, and then whatever you want to put into it, right? So we put marked, brackets, and that's it. So I am almost certain it will pass next test, right? Okay, cool. What is missing? Okay. Okay, to pass this, we need to read this thing here, libraries, I think, right? Oh, there you go. It should be in here, I think, right? Yeah, breaks, boolean false. Okay. So the way to do that is you just need to allow breaks. So it will work like this. So we have breaks. And then what is it in here? By default it's false, so we want to change it to true. True. And then in here we need to do breaks as well. And then true. I think that should do it, honestly. Yeah, and that's done. It's all of it passed. All right, take care. Enjoy. Bye-bye.